Welcome back to LearnDarts, where we learn to do dart checkouts in our head. Let's continue using a formula to make our dart checkouts a little bit easier to understand. Number 147, so a big number, but when you use this formula I've been showing you, and it makes life easier if you know your two dart finishes. Okay, let's give you this example. So we throw in treble 20 for our first dart. What is left from 147? You just visualize 40 onto your 47. It really reveals your golden 44 number of 87. Okay, and the beautiful thing about this 40 formula, this rule of 40, it's such an easy number to add onto any number. I mean, adding 40 onto 47 is just easy, isn't it? It's just doubling it, 87. It's just such an easy thing. And if you know the two dart finish for 87, 87 is a first dart indicator, so 87 treble 17 for double 18. Miss rule comes into play here because we may well miss the treble 17 and hit the big 17. That's what I call the miss rule, or practicing for the miss, and that would leave 70. And you've got one dart left at 70. I'd like to go treble 10, which is 30, for double 20, which is 40. Hitting the big 10 would leave 60, of course. Okay. Now, but if you don't like the top of the board, and many don't, and you prefer this sort of area of the board, and you've got one dart left at 70, you're going to throw for treble 18 for double 8. Hitting the big 18 would leave 52 when you come back. So try and work that out as much as you possibly can. Okay. Now I'm just going to quickly neaten this up so we don't get too confused. Now on our very first dart, we're aiming for treble 20. We have to assume we may well miss it, and just put into our practice routine that we hit the 20. Take 20 off 147 is 127. It's dead easy to do that as well. Just taking 20s and adding 40s on. These are all easy to do. So 127. You've got two darts left now. Let's just put that in the brackets. You've got two darts left to take out 127. Let's see if treble 20 is a good treble to stay, because we're in where we are in the area, and let's not move around the board too much if we can help it. So the formula, we're going to add 40 in this case onto 27. Okay, 67, and again, really easy to quickly add it up. Okay, you've got one dart left at 67. Now the two dart finish for 67 is treble 17 for double 8, so you can certainly do that with one dart, hopefully hitting treble 17 for double 8 when you come back. And if you hit the big 17, so the miss rule again, it would leave 50, as all these 60 numbers do. Okay, 67 is the first dart indicator, 67 treble 17 for double 8. Now I've taught this on the golden 44 videos. If you doesn't make any sense what I'm saying, please watch them. So that's how to take out and how to approach number 147. I'm not thinking of 147. I'm just thinking about how to take out 87 and 67. Number 148. So big number, but let's just do the same thing. Treble 20 for our first dart. What's left from 148? You're going to put 40 onto here. Dead easy to see, right? It's revealed 88. The two dart finish, or the golden 44 number of 88. And you're in the same area, so you just hit treble 20. You're going to go treble 20. I know I'm breaking these down into two dart shots. It's quite good to do that. Treble 20, double 14, hitting the big 20, of course, would then leave 68, and I've got one dart left at 68. I'm going to go throw for treble 16 for double 10, hitting the big 16 will leave 52. Okay, as 16 and 52 together, you've got 68. Now, let's just clear this. So you can also go for 88 treble 16, which is 48, of course, and you can go for double 20, which is 40, so 88. But the finish for 148, you're in the same area. You're going to go treble 20, double 14. It's just what you're going to do. Now on our very first dart, we may well miss treble 20, hit 20. Take 20 off 148 is 128. Now if I had three darts at 128, I would start at treble 18, because if I hit the big 18, which is the most likely, it would still leave me a two dart out of 110. Okay, but for now, I'm happy to throw at treble 20. So we've got two darts left. What we're going to do is going to throw at treble 20. So same formula, put 40 onto 28, in this case 68. Okay, and you got 68 and one dart left. So we've already just gone through that. Treble 16, which is 48 for double 10. That's how I would do it. Hitting the big 16 will leave 52. If you can find another way to do it, you go however you want, revealing 88 is the goal of these videos, understanding that you're not learning 148, you're learning 88. And of course, and this has revealed 68, so these are the golden 44 numbers that you've already gone away and learned, and you know them automatically because you learn them, you know them. Okay, take them a few at a time and you can learn them within a few weeks, I reckon. But that's number 148. Number 149, our first start, we throw at treble 20. What's left from 149? Put 40 onto the last two digits. 40 onto 49 is 89. You've just revealed your 2 dart out of 89. It's treble 19, so first start indicator. 89 treble 19 for double 16. Hitting the big 19 would leave 70, wouldn't it? Okay, you got 2 darts to take out 70. I would go treble 10, which is 30 for double 20, which is 40, so that's 70. Hitting the big 10 would leave 60, of course. Don't know if that works, writing them on there, maybe not. But if you don't like the top of the board and you prefer this side of the board, you're going to go treble 18. This is 1 dart at 70, of course. Treble 18 for double 80 hitting the big 18 would leave 52. Okay, now we're just going to neaten this up a little bit, but on the very first dart we're throwing at, we have to assume we will probably miss the treble, or we certainly will more times than hit it, and hit the big number. Take 20 off 149, it would leave 129. You got 2 darts left. Let's see if we're going to throw 129. If we're going to throw at treble 20, I would throw treble 19, I think, if I had 3 darts. But can we throw treble 20 with 2 darts? Because we can't take it out. So we're throwing at treble 20. We're just going to visualize 40 onto the last 2 digits. So 40 onto 29 would leave 69. I've got 1 dart left at 69. I might well throw treble 15 for double 12. Hitting the big 15 would leave 54. You know, at the very least, if you hit the 19 as well, it would leave 50 when you came back to the board, so that's not too bad. But you can take out. Let's see if there's another treble. So I've got 2 darts at 129. What if we threw for treble 19? Okay, what if we went there? The formula is you put 43, not 40, onto the last 2 digits. So 43 onto 29. Put 40 on. If you can't see it, it would be 69. Add 3 more on, 72. So it would leave 72 with 1 dart. So again, you can do that if you know your 2 dart outs. 72 is either treble 16 for double 12 when you came back. Hitting the big 16 would leave 56. Or you can, it's a first dart indicator, so you can go treble 12 for double 18. Hitting the big 12 would leave 60. So you can certainly do that. It's not a bad way to do it. I don't mind leaving 69, so I'm not having to think. I'm just know I'm throwing for treble 20. Leaves me 69. I'm going to go for treble 15 for double 12. But anyway, the main take home again is just you're not learning 149, you're learning to put 40 onto 49, you're learning 89. Okay, so there's a few golden 44 numbers here that you will know if you know them: 89, 72, 69. Okay, so that's number 149. So number 150, final example of the day, throwing at treble 20. What's left from 150? We just put 40 onto 50, so it's 90. Essential 2 dart finish of 90. How do you take that out? There's 2 ways to do that I know of, and you're in the same area. You may well go treble 20 for double 15. So treble 20, double 15. Okay, you got 2 darts. If you're really not good on double 15 and you got 2 darts to take out 90, you can go treble 18 for double 18. Okay, hitting the big 18 would leave 72. On our very first dart, we're just going to clean this up ever so slightly. On our very first dart, we have to assume we will miss treble 20 and hit the big 20, just like we've been talking about. You would take 20 off 150, it's 130. Okay, you got 1 dart left to take out 130. So you got 2 darts left rather. So you can't take it out, but can you set it up? So can we throw at treble 20? Let's find out. We would put 40 onto the last 2 digits, so 40 onto 30, it would leave 70. You got 1 dart left to take out 70, so that's not a bad thing to do, really, is it? You can go 70. We've already gone through this. Treble 10 for double 20, hitting the big 10 would leave 60, or treble 18 for double 8, hitting the big 18 would leave 52. Okay, so of course we've got 2 darts and we're throwing at treble 20 for 130. If you hit the 20, it would leave take 20 off 130, leaves a 110. Now you can go for treble 20 and it would leave 50 when you come back to the board. Anyway, I'm going a bit too deep there. If you're not ready for it, these really are for starter people who are just starting out on the game and wanting to learn how to check out. But really, again, take home message for 150, you're not learning that, you're learning to put 40 onto 50, you're learning how to take out 90. Now 150, a lot of people will go to treble 19s. I've taught this in a previous video, true treble 19s for double 18. Okay, and that's not a bad thing because you're keeping in that same area, and some people prefer the 19s over the 20s. But anyway, so that's pretty much 150. So coming next time, more examples. Let's do some more practice on this so we get really good at it. Going to also cover some more board management so we can find out which is the best treble to go for. And thanks again for watching. Take care for now.